Thanks to those joining me live and to those that'll be joining me on Archive D Style here. Right? What's going on, guys? Make sure you jab that like button, throw 1, 2 with the share button, share my video, and hit that notification button. That way you're notified every single time D Style comes on live. Right now, take a moment, go to the bell, hit the bell. You'll see little quotations around the bell. There you go. That means now you'll be notified when this style comes on live. There you go. Check it out. Bare knuckle boxing. All right? Bare knuckle boxing, folks. Now, I've been hearing people constantly mention, oh, D style. Paulie Malignaggi is going to be going. Let me tell you something. I do not want Paulie Malignaggi representing boxing, okay, in bare knuckle fights. We don't need brittle hand boxers going to bare knuckle fights saying I'm here to rep boxing. That's not what we need. All right. For those that don't know, bare knuckle boxing is 2-minute rounds. They're 5 rounds or 7 rounds for championship fights. I'm hearing rumblings that this is the future of boxing. All right. We're cutting rounds now. All right. The future of boxing is cutting the amount of rounds that we have for the sport. Brilliant. Right? It's just brilliant. You know what we need? We need, all right, somebody like a Marcos Maidana to go over to bare knuckle boxing to finally lay all this bullshit to rest. I'm just tired of hearing all this bullshit. Oh, MMA fighters have an advantage in bare knuckle fighting. The fuck? No, they don't. Better hand skills is better hand skills. Period. I don't care if such and such MMA fighter beat a quote unquote boxer. Okay, I don't care what low level boxer they beat. Right? That's not a proper representation. Okay, beating a club fighter, okay, it's not a proper. Get the hell out of here. I'm not even saying, oh, top boxers in the world, stop what you're doing in boxing and go over to BK. That's not even. I'm not even saying that. We don't need that. All we need to do is send someone that we know can take a punch and can land a punch and put motherfuckers to sleep. And that's fat Marcos Maidana, right? This dude will be a legend in BKB. Marcos Maidana will not break his hand when he lands punches on fools, right? He'll cave their fucking face in. He will break their will in 2 minutes. Easy. Yeah, I said it. And there's just something epic about him doing it all fat and shit. They'll make it even better. All right. Yeah, I saw the footage of Marcos Maidana working out, trying to get back in high level pro boxing shape. He don't got the will. I get it. Right. But you have the will. If you grew up poor in Argentina and then you came out with $5 million, you will run Argentina, right? Like this dude has no reason, no incentive to put in all that work, to have 12-round fights and all that. Marcos Maidana doesn't need to do any of that. Here, these guys just fight 5 rounds, 2 minutes. It wouldn't even go 5 rounds. He'll be fine. I want to see Marcos Maidana and BKB. And all bullshit aside. I think he's a perfect candidate for BKB. I think he would do very well in BKB. Right? I really do. This is meant for him. Remember he had Floyd all shook with that fucking raggedy ass fucking glove? He had this glove with the Argentina logo, man. These gloves look beat up. Right? And Floyd got shook. He's like, oh man, this shit has no padding. I'm fucked. What's the proper amount of ounces? But okay, whatever. Gloves are not supposed to protect your face, by the way. They're supposed to protect your opponent's hands. So you don't break your hands. Maidana is fought with horsehair gloves, bro. You might as well have no fucking nothing on. If you ever put on an 8-ounce horsehair glove, it feels like nothing. You could press with your fingertips and feel your knuckles. Sure, he wouldn't have the hand wraps. That's fine. Hand wraps just, again, prevent you from breaking your hand. That's it. So technically, you're able to punch harder in boxing than you would in bare knuckle. Fair enough. Marcos Maidana does not have this problem whatsoever, right? He will fuck dudes up, right? Boxers, especially the ones that fight with a horse or gloves, right, will do just fine in bare knuckle fighting. Maybe not the dudes that will, like Paulie. There's a really good chance he's gonna break his hands fighting bare knuckle. All right, I'm just keeping that 100. He hits if he punches somebody's dome, he can break his hand, and then what? Hmm? And then what? Paulie Malignaggi is not the proper of Fat Maidana, right? Oh, and if he gets in shape, forget it. I mean, it's just unfair. Maidana shouldn't even be allowed to compete if he's in shape, right? But Fat Maidana, he'll be a legend in BKB, all right? Legend. This dude will be a legend overnight. I think he'll gain more popularity as a bare knuckle dude than he did in boxing. I really do. I think the shit will be epic. It'll be great. Marcos Maidana will fuck dudes up, man, and BKB. And I would pay for it. I would pay the $70, whatever they charge on pay-per-view. I would pay that to watch Marcos Maidana fight. Okay. Now I don't know if I'm gonna watch the Paul Malignaggi, Archer. What the dude's name? What was that dude's name? Um, Lobov. I don't know if I'm gonna watch that. Paulie's probably gonna win, but there's a good chance he could fucking break his hands. Right? There's a really good chance. Paulie has broken his hands like early in fights before, and he got away with it because he did have the glove on, right? And even if he didn't break his hand, I mean, he would fracture it or bruise it really bad, or Paulie isn't exactly the right representation here. It's not. If BKB is serious about bringing the bet, you bring in Marcos Maidana. I want to see, like, I actually want a petition for Maidana to go to BKB. Right? I think Maidana and BKB will be some legendary shit. I honestly believe that. Boxing Dialogue says too many cuts in BKB. Artem Lobov. Now I don't know anything about Artem Lobov, other than some of the highlights I've seen. Dude's he's atrocious at boxing, right? But it looks like he has a hard head, and hard heads break hands. His head might win him the fight. You never know. And BKB, I mean, you got that Homer Simpson style. You could win, right? I have a bad feeling Paul's going to embarrass boxing. I have a bad feeling. And who's going to avenge boxing? Maidana, right? I want to see Marcos Maidana in BKB. Doesn't have to get his. It's okay, you don't want to get in 12-round boxing shape? No problem, Maidana. We'll cut those rounds in half, and we'll cut a minute off. We're good. Maidana will stomp these dudes. I saw a couple of clips. Maidana, all right, will destroy. He will be the king, all right, of BKB. Oh, you best believe. Let me tell you something. Maidana beats Mayweather in the bare knuckle fights, folks. He beats. Maybe not fat, but he beats like an inch, like the Maidana that was in shape. He would beat Mayweather in a bare knuckle fight. Mayweather didn't even want to fight him, all right, with those gloves. He was shook. His fans were shook. Like, oh my God, those gloves are legal. Like, they couldn't believe it. They were scared, right? Imagine bare knuckle. Can you imagine this shit? Not to mention, I mean, Mayweather has like specialized gloves, right? Mayweather's gloves are so specialized, right? Like it's not even funny. Therapeutic gloves. Even the name is weak. A lot of boxers today are spoiled, right? The boxing gloves of today are unrivaled, unrivaled from any other era. They're unbelievable today. For dudes like a Mayweather that dips his hand on some white stuff and has like a specialist massage his hands every day, and the dude only had like 50 fights, and the dude's already like his hands are deteriorating, right? But I gotta hear people say that he would dominate in the Robinson era. Like shit's laughable, right? Boxers today, there's boxers today that just wouldn't make it in the old days. They wouldn't. They're too. Their hands are too brittle. Marcos Maidana could. But let me tell you something. Marcos Maidana would dominate. I will advocate that. Like I've been thinking about this for a while. All right. I forgot whose video it was that I was listening to. But they were talking about BKB, and I brought up, what about Maidana? And everybody just stopped. They were like, whoa, whoa. Maidana would like, and if he's seen that hand of Maidana, believe me, that dude can do some damage with his bare fucking fist. Right? Like there's just some dudes that you know will do damage with their fucking fist. Right? Now, even though the fist doesn't generate the power, but it is the sledgehammer and the end of that power. It's the end of the sledgehammer. It won't break when it lands. Tony Ayo, Wilder Fury 2 will go. Maybe. He's got to get past Ortiz first, you know. Lobov is 13 and 15 in MMA. Yeah, but that's like normal in MMA, isn't it? Like, isn't like Randy Couture like 500 like in his career? Like dudes in MMA lose all the time. Like, you know, like if you're 500 in MMA, like you're up. but but yeah, that's not a really good record. But maybe you know BKB is his thing. I don't know. Maybe this is he's gonna revive his career with this. If Lobov is going to like, what do you think? It's not even funny what freaking Maidana would do to Lobov. Okay, it's not even. We're not even gonna entertain that. But Eddie Allen said, "Let's get that movement going." Hashtag Maidana for BKB. Eddie Allen says 13 and 15 MMA is laughably bad. I guess it does. It also depends who you lost to, right? But you know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't even think this dude's fought the top of the top of the top of the. You know what I mean? Like I don't think those 15 losses are to the top 15 in the world. Like, you know, so I guess you're right. But Maidana, you know, Maidana would freaking cave somebody's face in bare knuckle boxing. Like he would. You guys remember Mayweather's eyes when he saw that glove? Like his eyes went wide open. Oh no! I'm gonna fight him with that. The dude went crazy. Like you could have believed. There's no way I'm gonna fight Maidana with those gloves. Those gloves have. It's like no pay. Oh my god! Like really. But this dude's gonna dominate in Robinson's era. Get the fuck out of here. He was gonna dominate shit, right? Break his fucking hand. I'm feeling Paulie's gonna. Even if he wins, I think his hands are gonna get fucked up. like, like I could picture Paulie winning and still walking out of that fight, like fucking like holding his hands like close to his chest and shit, and and he can't even make a full fist, and he's just like I broke my hands. Laughable. Eddie Alem, I think Mayorga could still go. I think he could still do BKB. I think Mayorga could still, even now, he can do it. That dude would have been a legend in BKB, right? I believe that. In fact, you can argue BKB was made for guys like Maidana, like Mayorga. You could tell that. Let me tell you, all the powder puff glove fighters, that's what they are, man. Right? Don't get mad at me because they have therapeutic gloves on, right? That have like a ridiculous amount of padding between their knuckles and the end of the fucking glove. Okay, it's not my fault. That's what they're wearing. It's not my fault they're wearing powder puff gloves, right? It looked good for them. They're able to make a living off of boxing, and they don't have to worry about that aspect that much. Some of them still fuck up their hands. Like Paulie, he still fucks his hands up, even with boxing gloves on, right? But let me tell you something, right? Boxing Dialogue just said I have a pair of 10-ounce, not 8-ounce, 10-ounce gloves from Mexico. I can see why they are known as the puncher's gloves. Eddie Alem, Lobov's resume is shit. Wins and losses. Most of the losses are to dudes without wiki pages. Man, is that like a bad thing or what? Like, if you don't have a wiki page, man, if you lose to a dude without a wiki page, that's insane. All right? Imagine George Foreman in BKB. What? Like, why? No, he would kill somebody, dude. Like somebody would there would be a funeral. Like he would punch a dude in the ribs and break their ribs, right? Paulie can't just make him miss. Well, yeah, but Paulie does have to land at some point. You know what I mean? Like he needs to connect on Lobov's face or body at some point. It needs to happen. He can't just sit like it's at some point he's gonna have to connect. I'm gonna start getting into this BKB thing, but right, what I'm noticing there's like a lot of MMA dudes there, But I think it's just good. I think dudes that are really good with their hands in MMA can do it, and boxers that don't have brittle hands can do it. Why not? Why not? And we'll see what's going on, and we'll put the fat Maidanas against the Lobovs, and maybe that's a mismatch, but still, I think I might just start watching this shit. I might just start enjoying this shit. So I mean, if this was a boxing match, Marcus of Queensberry rules. Yeah, Paulie Malignaggi boxes circles around Lobovs. Easily wins. Okay. They probably stopped the fight. Okay, because Lobov ain't going to be able to stop the barrage. But in this case, the wild card is that he doesn't have that protection around his hands. And Paulie's not just a dude that doesn't wear puncher's gloves. Paulie's a dude that is known for having brittle hands. Right? So if the only weapon you got is your hands and you break your hand, right? I mean, you have to think about. Then you're left with one weapon. Then what? Coran Brett says, Feather Fisted Paulie's gonna shred that fool. I never hit fools hard in street fights. Barely tap fools and they split open. He might split. I mean, we will see. I just want to see Mayorga on a press conference for a fight that I actually care about. BKB would be great for him and Maidana. Yeah. Now, hey, anyone know how to watch Josh vs. Ruiz live? I mean, I don't know. I'll be calling the fight tomorrow. You can tune in tomorrow if you like, But this is not even about Ruiz Joshua. What are you doing? Look, what? I don't know, bro. I don't know what to tell you. Right? This is great. Can you palm strike? I want to see some highlights. I don't see any palm strike. Maybe in these particular clips it doesn't have it, but I don't know if you can palm strike. Kimbo Slice would have been great in BKB. Yeah, I mean he kind of already did bare knuckle boxing, but I don't know, man. If Kimbo never really had a bare knuckle fight against any like legitimate dude, like like I remember I saw like Kimbo versus former Jay Z's bodyguard. Like, what does that even mean? Like who is this guy, right? So we don't really know. I guess it depends who they put him in there with, but we do know that he wouldn't break his hands. We know that. I mean, of course, don't get me wrong, guys. Of course, I know Polly's a far better boxer than Lobov. I know that. But if he breaks, like, let's say he lands a punch on the fucking head of Lobov or the elbow or something, trying to go for a body shot. Okay, if Paulie needs to make, obviously, and I hope he knows it, he needs to make some adjustments on his punch placement because you can't land certain punches in certain ways when it's bare knuckle. Besides having brittle hands, there's a reason, even having the advanced gloves of today, that he would always hurt his hands. The conversation is in the title. Bare knuckle boxing. Fat Maidana kills MMA fighters in BKB. That's the conversation. We're talking BKB, and Paul's going to have a BKB fight. Now, I've been on here for a while, bro. Okay. But with that said, guys, I will be ending this video. For those that came in late, you could always go back and watch it on archive. Okay. Paulie should just slap him. Like Nathan, the way Diaz slapped McGregor, something like that. With that said, can you imagine he just slaps him around? You know? I mean, that'll be something else. But I'm going to roll out, guys. Peace.